I'll recommend some content to watch.
Oh.
To do a voice search, go down the line.
Thanks. Yeah. I don't know. It feels a little bit hard to take that one. I think we were on top for long periods of that.
Yeah.
And I'm not. If you would have offered me a point before the game, I would have been sort of happy with that, considering they're playing quite well. They're at home. They're pushing for the top three as well. You know, I think before the game, you'd said a draw. I'd have gone, okay, you know, I'd like to get a win. Our away form's not been great. You know, they're playing quite well. A point's not the worst thing in the world. Having watched the game,
we deserved more.
I think so. I think we probably should have pushed on and won that. I'm not sure we created enough, maybe, but we certainly, there was enough there for us to have won that. Playing against 10 men for however long it was, I sort of felt like that was a game that we should have won. I do truly believe that these three games that we've got tonight, Saturday and next Tuesday are going to be quite season defining for us.
Yeah.
3 away games in a row. If we can get decent points from them, then I think we'll go on and we'll get promoted. I just think, I feel like tonight was an opportunity missed. I think we had, there was a chance there to go and take them 3 points. They never should have scored their equaliser, although Wrexham being Wrexham, I could see it coming. But it sort of feels like, I've sort of got that feeling like we've lost.
Well, like Chris Williams says, it's bittersweet. We've got a point, but we deserved more.
Yeah, we did. Their red card was strange. I'm still not 100% sure I know what happened.
I think it was Steve Livingston?
Dean.
Lewinston.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is. He apparently was given back chat to, or mouthing at the ref.
Okay, dissent and so.
I don't think any of the commentators actually saw what happened because there was so much commotion around the goal area.
Yeah.
I think it was a bit kind of, it was hidden basically. And then obviously we had Boyle sent off. Which
look, that was ridiculous for me. Look, was his yellow card a yellow card? In the grand scheme of things, possibly his first yellow. But the way that the game had gone up to that point, there was plenty of opportunities for the ref to give yellow cards. There was yellow card. McLean's challenge in the first half, that was probably a yellow. He didn't give that, and he looked like he was just going to let the play go a little bit, and he was going to let certain things go, which I was happy with. So when you give Boyle the yellow, I thought it was really soft. In the way that the game had gone. But that being said, when you're on a yellow card, to then make the challenge that he did was just stupid. And I think, Boyle's fought really hard to get back into the team. He had his chance at Newport and he threw that away. And then, he's proved to Parky that, he deserves to be in that starting 11. He's played against Sutton and Notts County. He's played really well and he's looked like a decent defender again. And then he's gone and done something stupid like that. I think for me, I don't know, it's just a bit ridiculous, really. And then we had their goal that wasn't a goal. Was it a goal?
Your dad's actually put happy with a draw, but with a bit of luck should have won. What's your thoughts? Was it in or not?
I don't know. I think it's very hard to say.
I think it was.
Because, for anybody who doesn't know, all of the ball has to be over the line. So anybody who's ever watched a Premier League game, the ref's got something on his wrist that tells you when the ball's over the line, and they show you that graphic where they look down at where the ball is, and if there's a millimetre of the ball on the line, then it's not in. The whole of the ball has to be over the whole of the line, and the angles that we saw definitely looked in, but from some angles, you sort of go, it may just be that isn't over the line, and that's why they haven't given it. But from the angles that we saw, it's really hard to tell. But if that was the other way round,
We would have been
I'd be-
kicking off.
I'd be fuming. I'd be
Yeah.
absolutely fuming right now.
Yeah.
But
Peter Langenecker, the only thing more shocking than the refereeing is the fact that we really gave away 2 points tonight with our bad finishing.
yeah, I do sort of feel like it was an opportunity missed. I'm with Peter on that. I thought, like I said before the game, you'd offer me a draw, I'd have gone, yeah, I'll take that. I'll be happy with the draw. But the way the game panned out, I think for me, we should have been taking 3 points from that. I thought MK Dons were poor. If I'm honest, I expected a lot more from MK Dons tonight. And I just feel really flat, to be honest, because I just think it is 3 points that we could have been taking home, and it was there for us to take, and we haven't taken it.
That's what David Neal said.
Yeah.
He got in the MK Dons player got sent off because he got in the ref's face. Yeah. A draw, okay, but it was there to win. Absolutely.
It was definitely. We've got Ben Parker, away form against a strong home team. Apparently has improved, which is great. But it's frustrating we couldn't grab them by the scruff and get all 3 points. Hopefully we've turned the corner. Look, if we're gonna try and take some positives, I would definitely say. That is our best away performance for a while, probably since Boxing Day, I'd say, when we played Swindon away and we won 1-0 there. I don't think we've really produced anything away from home since that. So it was good to see a solid away performance, and we're sitting here talking about a game that we should have won, as opposed to talking about the Salford game when we just produced nothing, the Newport game when we produced nothing, and we're talking about a game we should have won. So that is obviously a lot better than talking about playing terribly and getting exactly what we deserve, which is nothing. It's a step in the right direction. I think Parky's played the rotation game really well. He's brought players
Should be a game
in.
show that the rotation game.
The rotation game.
Yeah.
And he's done it really well. He's going to have to reshuffle the defence. Sean asked me before, what do I think is going to happen with the defence now? We got Tozer, who's fit. He's sitting there ready to come back in. Tozer will come back in the middle, and then O'Connell will shift from the middle and just flank him, I think, on one of the sides. So
the good thing about Tozer being on, not in the starting 11 at the moment, when he had a few games off earlier in the season, when he came back, he was superb. So I think a break for Tozer is always a good thing. So when he comes back into the starting 11, I think we're going to see some good things.
Sarah, are you more pessimistic about the next two? Did you think this was our best chance for 3 points out of these upcoming matches? No, actually, if I'm completely honest, Sarah,
this was probably the hardest.
I thought this was the hardest out of the three. If I'm completely honest. So the fact that we've performed in the way that we have in this one, I do take a lot of heart from that. I think Gillingham, I'm going to choose my words carefully. I think Gillingham and Forest Green? Is it Forest Green on
Can't
Tuesday?
even remember. That's been postponed so many times, I don't know.
So I feel a bit more confident about them too. So I do take heart from this performance. I think definitely this was the hardest out of the three.
Let's be optimistic. Mark Steinlein. Yes, a missed opportunity, but considering our way form, 1 point to a top 5 team, I will not be so greedy. Yeah.
I'm greedy.
Yeah,
though.
you are greedy. But
I think yes. Look, on the face of it and on paper, Mark, you're very right. It's a 1 point from a top 5 team. I think my point is the way the game panned out. I think it should have been more. I think for me, but Michael Hillier, Palmer miss is the bad mistake for me. Which one do you mean, Michael?
You made quite a few.
No, I mean, do you mean the header? because I think the defender did quite well to hold him off there. There was maybe a slight argument for a penalty from that because he didn't really, but I'm not sure. You'll have to be a bit more specific on that one.
Good afternoon, Drew. Well, it's actually 10 o'clock at night here in the UK. Swish Guy, a lucky draw. They have to train corners. At least 1 out of 5 must be a goal, and too many fouls. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Chris, I thought Young was everywhere, and I thought we finally threatened consistently from set pieces. Yeah.
Luke Young's my man of the match tonight. I love you. Well, I'm probably biased because I love Luke Young. So
yeah, he was excellent.
He was.
Drew, we were the strongest I've seen us in a while. Yeah, completely agree with that.
Yeah.
David Neal, it took us 4 looks, and I'm still not convinced it was not a goal. The ref had it right with 1 look. Chaz, good match, bodies falling left and right, definitely had some opportunities that we missed, but we are getting them. Now we have to relearn how to finish. Yeah. That's the thing now, isn't it, Chaz? But we've been watching so many games where we've gone, we're not even creating anything, and we've now watched the game where we have created stuff. I'm still not happy.
So it's positive. They're positive steps, aren't they?
Yeah.
Jason Ivester, happy for the point, but the 3 were there for the taking. Mark Hillier again. Arthur again to our rescue at the end.
Yeah.
Mark Boswell, hi from Australia, guys. Coming to Wrexham next year. Oh well, get in touch when you're over here, and we'll try and meet up with you. I'm not sure what that says, but it says hi. But
it looks like Greek lettering.
Yeah, it says hi, whoever
Hello.
you are.
Hello.
And Chris Wilms, Barney needs 90 minutes. He's right now, and our most creative player. I love Barney. I think he is a superb player, and he does create quite a lot. He can make some mistakes.
Yeah,
but
I think
create quite a lot.
I think we talked about on the podcast yesterday. Where Barney and Bolton are the two. We thought they were the same player. They're very different players, though. Bolton's very direct. He will literally bank on his pace. So Barney likes a trick here and there, and he likes to slow his man up, then try and get past him. Bolton's just knock it past you and run.
Yeah,
and
he's got speed.
And I think they're both very valid ways of playing against people. I do like the both of them, but I think I'd start Barney over, and then when the teams are tiring towards the end of the game, maybe throw Bolton on and just to run at some tired defenders. Michael, who would you start up front next game? Look, I thought Marriott played really well.
I do. I'm actually gutted that he didn't get a goal.
Yeah, as we said at half time, very much a confidence game being a striker, and I just worry slightly that he's playing, and he's not getting his goal. I think once he gets one, they'll start to come a little bit more often. So I just want him to get that first one. I would be tempted with starting Marriott again.
I thought Dalby and Marriott played quite well together.
I don't know. I'm not convinced by Dalby, if I'm honest. I would like maybe Palmer and Marriott. That might be an interesting combo to start with next game.
Maybe.
I like Mullin coming off the bench at the moment. We do forget how much of a. I'm surprised how many games Mullin's played this season, considering the injury they had in the summer. And I think he just needs that little bit of time away just to get his sharpness back. And him coming off the bench at the moment, I quite like. So I'd maybe start Marriott. I'm not sure about starting Dalby again. Maybe Fletcher. Fletcher and Marriott might be a shout for the next game.
The Flying Scotsman.
Yeah, Peter's agreed. Marriott needs a goal ASAP. Drew, Marriott was phenomenal. Yeah, great. But what you want from your striker
are goals.
Is goals, and I think he just needs to. Michael said I would like McLean and Marriott. That'd be interesting.
Do you know what? I quite like McLean up front. We went to watch them in I think it was the Carabao Cup.
No, it was the EFL trophy. Against Port Vale when he played up front.
Yeah, he played up front, and I went with my father-in-law, Ryan's dad, and we both agreed that we thought McLean was amazing up front. He really is. So yeah, I think that might be a good match.
Yeah, maybe, but it's the age old Parky thing where he likes a big man and a smaller man. So I think you're very much limited to either Palmer, Fletcher, or Dalby will be one of your two, and then Marriott, Mullin will be your other one, I think, or maybe McLean.
Yeah, Michael has said, I would like McLean. Oh, sorry, read that one. Sorry, it's one underneath. Is Fletcher not fit? No, I think he is.
No, he's saying he would like McLean and Marriott
If Fletcher's not fit. Sorry.
Fletcher is fit, as far as we're aware.
So, yeah.
Michael, yeah.
Matt Boswell, find Palmer a bit slow against quicker, smaller defenders. Yeah, I mean, is that an age thing? Could be.
But I think what you got to think of there, Matt, is if they are quick, smaller defenders, maybe Palmer's the perfect opponent for them because you just lob it up into the air for him. And if they are smaller, and they are quicker than him, you're not really going to play it on the floor. You're just going to put it in the air for him and let him win it and let him do what he does best.
I like this one.
Which one?
Michael Hillier. I was going to ask on last podcast, who's the biggest fan out of you both? Or were you both fans at start? Well, I'll answer this. Ryan has been a fan since 1989. And I am a bit of a latecomer. Was I a bit wrong then? I came to the game a bit later on, probably in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
But I mean, just because Ryan is an old fan and I'm a new fan, I don't think there's competition in between who's the biggest fan. No. I think we both love the team as much as each other.
I think you can judge how big a fan you are is, when there's games on, you've always got your shirt on, supporting the lads and oh, sorry.
I'm wearing green.
Peter, I like McLean much better inside. Yeah, it took me a while, Peter, to notice what was going on because I didn't notice at first that Barney was playing, Mendy was playing, McLean was, and I was like, hang on a minute, we got 3. It took me a while to notice what was going on, if I'm perfectly honest. But yeah, I agree. Chris has asked Young over Jones on Saturday.
100%. Yeah. I think they're both really good players, and but my heart's with Luke Young. I would like him to start all the time.
Yeah, I would go. I'd probably go again. It's about momentum for me, and Young's come in. I think that you've got to go with the players who've got the momentum and are playing well. The back three that we put out at Sutton played really well. So we went with the same back three against Notts County and they played really well. So we went with the same back three again tonight. And it's just about that momentum. When players have good games, I think you've got to keep them in.
Yeah.
Young's had a good game tonight. I think you've got to go with him. You've got to go with him again on Saturday. And I agree, the high press was nice to see. I think we could be doing more on a high press because when we really high press teams, they do really struggle against us. And so yes, it was nice to see. I'd like to see more of it though, if I'm perfectly honest. Spud Games, hello. Lots of hellos. Hello to you. Peter, Mendy had a real off day, sadly. Would have subbed him after 31 minutes. I'm not sure that was going to...
Your dad has said, I have been watching in my Jimmy Jams.
Yeah.
What does that make me? Well, I think you've been watching Wrexham longer than any of us.
Yeah.
So I think
we'll let you off.
Yeah.
We'll let you off.
Yeah.
Michael, last message from me. Great to see the high press today. Started by Young and Dalby and Marriott. Even McLean inside press well. Last game, Mullin did it mainly by himself. Yeah, I think so. I think it's horses for courses. I think it depends what team you come up against and whether the high press is going to work. I think it would work really well on Saturday. I have watched Gillingham a little bit and I've personally, not that I've got Parky's knowledge in management, but I think the high press would work really well on Saturday. So I'd like to see it again. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Matt, I get up 3 or 4 a.m. every week before work, wearing my shirt. Mrs. Learnt wear earplugs. Yes. 1969, my dad said.
Oh, there you go.
That's when everything was in black and white, wasn't it? I don't know how you knew who was who. Sorry. Chaz has said sorry for the hand dial. I was checking my messages, went back to work, and my palm called you all.
Yeah, that was. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, that was a bit of a.
Spud says, "How are you?"
We are good.
We are good, Spud. Thank
Although
you very much for
Ryan
asking.
is up at 4 o'clock in the morning, so
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go in a
we're
minute.
gonna have to go to bed, I think.
Night from Chris.
I don't know. PDGYT11. This do be your ruined
Ruinous.
thigh pockets. What?
Don't know.
Amazon Vince, many years have been cheating on your husband. This guy's a swinger. Love for cars. Name a car for edit, please. Oh, okay.
Okay, we're getting the randoms now.
Yeah,
The randoms have
randoms.
found us. The randoms have found us, so we are going to have to leave.
Are you cheating on me?
Not recently.
No. Yeah.
No,
Thanks for the heads up, though.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Right, we will see you all on Saturday when we'll be doing our half-time, full-time reviews again. So hope to catch you then.
If you haven't already, make sure you check out Monday's podcast. We had Mark Griffiths on. It was absolutely fantastic to have Mark on, and it's an extra long episode of the podcast. Please go and check it out. It's on our YouTube channel. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And we will see you all on the weekend.
Good night,
Love you
everyone.
all. Bye-bye.